When Dominic Ongwen arrives at The Hague to face 7 charges of war crimes and crimes against humanity, it will be the start of a long road to justice for the victims of atrocities committed by the Lord's Resistance Army.
It's a significant development. It's the first Uganda indictee to be arrested and transferred. It means that the court can begin to work not only in terms of investigations, but also in terms of actual trials for the crimes committed by the LRA during the civil war in Uganda.
But Dominic Ongwen is not facing trial just yet.
It's been nearly a decade since the arrest warrant was first issued against Dominic Ongwen, meaning the prosecutor's office is going to have to dust off this investigation. Now, reviving the case is going to be a complicated process of contacting witnesses and evaluating evidence, one that could take years.
Prosecutors will first have to make sure there's a case to be made.
Well, once he's transferred to the ICC, then the sort of normal process kicks into action. So the first thing is that he will be brought before the judges in what's called an initial appearance. And that's a very limited proceeding. It's basically to make sure he is Dominic Ongwen, to make sure that he's fully informed of the charges against him, and to make sure that his rights, like access to a lawyer before the court, are being fully respected. So that'll take place, again, when he is transferred within a few days. And then from there, the court will kick into preparing for what at the ICC is known as a confirmation of charges hearing. So the next step is actually not a trial, it's an interim procedure, which just makes sure that there's actually enough evidence to send this case forward to trial.
Ongwen's defense is expected to argue his involvement in the LRA began when he was abducted by the rebel group at age 10 and was later trained to become commander.
But obviously the fact that he himself was first a victim of the Lord's Resistance Army is important, and it's important to keep in the picture. And it could become important to his legal defense. It could become important to what the judges might decide to do in the event that he is convicted. It might weigh into their decision about what kind of sentence is appropriate.
Questions remain as to how Ongwen finally came into international custody and whether the ICC will pursue atrocities committed by the LRA elsewhere. But for now, the courts await Ongwen's arrival. Sandra Gatman, CCTV, The Hague.